We were in Rotterdam premiering a film, and Theo was also there premiering a short film. We just, had mutual friends. We had met before, and he told us about a couple projects he was working on, and both of them sounded exciting. One of those was Rat Film. I always say he had kind of trouble describing the film. He was like, it's a movie about rats, but it's not really about rats. And that was exciting to us when a filmmaker has trouble articulating the whole kind of thing. You kind of have to watch it to understand. And so we watched it and we were blown away. It's something we'd been looking for the whole time that we had started the company, something like that exciting. Yeah, we helped him finish the film. We premiered it in Locarno and then traveled it all over the world. And then we helped him release the film. I think Theo, to us, represents the exact kind of filmmaking and pushing formal boundaries and exploring challenging topics and challenging audiences to look at things differently and wanting to do things in a new way. I think it's been a wonderful collaboration. I think for all of those films, I think power is at the center of all of them. Who controls images, right? What power decides to show us or to tell us, and the narratives that power constructs in the world we live in today with so many images bombarding us. I spent maybe too long on TikTok this morning. Images are shown to us, narratives are constructed. Who's deciding that? Who's making those decisions? There's no denying that in telling stories or showing that power controls image, you yourself are controlling imagery in the service of telling that. I mean, there's maybe a lot of the films that we make, the kind of constant is that we're always trying to show you the construction of it so that you are aware that the thing that we are telling you is also a construction. And so that you don't have to believe us either. Our films are never trying to be didactic. We're never telling you it's not this, it's that. We're saying, hey, this thing, maybe think about it a little more. And here's some reasons why it might be a little different than you think it is. It's whatever we can do to ensure that you're aware that there's a construction, I think, is critical to this conversation. You kind of can't do it without it. Yeah, I mean, Theo says this a lot. Why are we taking something away? What did the movie give you? I think it's impossible to try and summarize or to pick a central theme to that film. I think to me, working documentary so much, I think that was the initial impetus that made me want to work on the film, was exploring that. Not only in the presence of the camera, the presence of the filmmaker, but also the idea even of a voiceover, this omniscious voice of God. I'm not a huge fan. I don't love, to be on camera is the reason I'm behind the camera, is the reason I produce and act. If we're going to put all this work into making these films that take a lot of energy and a lot of time, that getting out there and speaking about it when I can, I think is important. So, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I don't think we set out ever to make a science documentary per se, but I think as a company and a lot of our filmmakers are very interested in technology and how technology impacts our lives. I don't think we set out to make science films, but science is such a part of our lives that if you're tackling anything outside of maybe just social justice, you're going to touch on science. I think our filmmakers are interested about the future, and when you discuss the future, you're undoubtedly going to touch on technology and science. So I think that's what leads us to science, is our focus on the future and being future forward. I think us doing a panel together is an opportunity which we rarely get to speak on a public stage about our collaboration, where that collaboration starts and, what the process is, and also how Theo's work fits into what we do as a company and what our goals are. People ask what is memory, besides being a studio that produces work, we also curate work. We collaborate with different artists. We distribute work. So we're never just like one thing. And I think that's hard for people. And so we're constantly being asked what is memory, and any chance we can to talk about it, I think is great, especially with one of the filmmakers we've worked with the most. As a production company, we have a constant stream of projects. We have a multitude of films doing festivals. We have a multitude of films in post-production, and then some in production and development. I think people who are maybe winning at life or incredibly wealthy are having such a good time that they don't want to die, and so they want to figure out how to live forever. Not everyone's having such a great time. I don't think it's a good idea to focus on how we can create another world in a virtual space, because that virtual space requires a tremendous amount of energy to run. And energy use is the reason that we need to create another world instead of focusing on fixing the world that we have in front of us. We're just moving our problems somewhere else and actually making them worse. Yeah, I can see why they want to live longer and be frozen and come back to a world that is maybe better. But again, I think that's pushing off the responsibility to others instead of, doing the thing you should do, which is to try and make the current life we have better for everybody.